when Bernie Sanders was in a primary against Hillary Clinton, and they were tied up in Massachusetts. Did Elizabeth Warren come out and let me finish, please, sir. Thank you. But no, in all fairness, Senator Warren said she stood up for the underdog when she came out against Tito Jackson in 2017 to go for Marty Walsh, who had raised millions of more dollars than Tito Jackson. But Senator Warren still supports the big guy. Senator Warren does not support the little guy. The little guy is here today, and you guys, if you nominate me, you will get a candidate that will fight in all 300 towns, 350 towns. And with God's help, let me finish in closing. Sorry, in closing, don't listen to the media. We can send Senator Warren packing with God's help, because God helped Joshua in the Battle of Jericho. He helped Daniel out of the lion's den. He helped Gilligan off the island. Let's send Elizabeth Warren home and November 6th. God bless. Great to be in Worcester. C-O-P. 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 C-O-P.
Folks are asking the name of the candidate. It is Darius Mitchell. Darius. And I suspect you will not soon forget that name. Next to address our convention is Ms. Bowman, and I would remind you that you have 9 minutes.
We went from the tallest candidate to the shortest. Thank you very much. Greetings, brothers and sisters. My name is Heidi Wellman, and I'm from Marlborough, Massachusetts. In fact, I'm the only candidate from Massachusetts. I graduated from Rockland High School in 1983 with honors, and from Wheaton College in 1987 with a degree in political science. My concentration was in international policy. My minor was in Russian language and literature. I spent my whole life preparing for this moment. I am not a career politician. I did not work my way up. I served on local boards like all of you have. I was on the Zoning Board of Appeals in Rockland. I was chairman of the Historical Commission in Abington, and I was on the Board of Health in Coleraine. I have lived throughout the state and understand the subtle nuances of the culture within our state. I know this state very well, and I am one of you. I am your mother, your sister, your cousin. I am one of you. Unlike Elizabeth Warren, the incumbent, who's an outsider, she claims to be working for the people, but instead her net worth is in excess of $8 million, and she's the 28th richest senator in the country at this moment. When I was 12 years old, I told my father that I wanted to be a politician, and he said, "Why?" He said, "You cannot run for office unless you have a clear platform. Unlike the other candidates that might confuse you with smoke and mirrors, I have a very solid platform that I have spent a lifetime developing. And this platform is something that is universal. It isn't going to get old. It isn't for the moment. It's not the fad of the week. My platform is based on core Republican values of minimal government, limited taxation, and the individual rights. I believe in term limits. When I decided to run in January 2017 because Elizabeth Warren said that she could not work with this administration, I said, wait a minute, we don't get to pick and choose who we work with. This is your job, we hired you, and you can be replaced. Through term limits, we can remove the dynasties in office, the career politicians. I tell you, I have not been a career politician and do not intend to become one. I believe in a citizen legislature, which is comprised of non-career politicians, and limit the scope of their influence with better qualified candidates. I have signed a contract with candidates which is based on 3 methods of minimizing kleptocracy in this country. The first part is through election reform. We need to get the big money out of politics. Now, lots of people say that, but they don't really practice it. I can tell you that my campaign has spent and raised $10,000, and it has been entirely self-funded because I believe in myself, and the people who are with me are entirely volunteers. A good leader is able to motivate people and not pay them off. For election reform, we will have better and more frequent candidates who are from the people. The second part of this candidates with a contract is anti-corruption. Once a term is over, a legislator should not be allowed, and anyone in their family should not be allowed to be a lobbyist for a minimum of 7 years. And finally, transparency and accountability. This part of my platform is about pay increases. In this omnibus spending bill, you might have noticed that the Senate and House gave themselves a pay increase. We need to stop these automatic pay increases. I don't get an automatic pay increase every year. My bonuses and my pay raise is meritorious, and it should be with our members of the Senate. The average rank and file member of the U.S. Senate earns $174,000 a year. That is 330% of the median income of 52,000 in this country. We need to cap that at 330% and prevent further pay increases. Furthermore, by making pay increases meritorious, for every $1 that Joe Average earns, the legislator can then earn $3.30. But for every $1 we lose in our pay, the legislator also loses $3.30. That's fair.
Oh, that's no problem.
It is also fair to expect that they work for their living. We should expect them to provide proof of a 40-hour work week. More is good, but a minimum of 40 hours.
It is.
Now, unlike other contracts the candidates may tell you about, this contract that I signed has teeth in it. Because you need accountability from me. If I, as a person who has signed the contract, does not initiate or support any legislation for these 3 items, I will voluntarily resign. You know that I will work for you, and the only climate change we need is in the Senate. I ask you to vote for me so that I can proceed into the primary, because I will work for you, and we need to make that Senate work for us. Lastly, I believe in the protection of individuals. This is a core value of republicanism. I believe that we have the right to carry guns. I believe in the rights of the unborn because they are alive. They're an individual that needs protection. It's not a matter of the choice of the mother. There's also a father and there's a child. So I will protect the rights of the unborn child. And as a Republican, we need to develop, from our candidates, we need to develop some payback. As your candidate, as your U.S. Senator, when my term has ended, I promise you to return here and work for the party and work for you within the state of Massachusetts to develop political programs and new candidates, to teach them, the new candidates, how to govern properly. Thank you. My name is Heidi Wellman.
That was just a little bit over 8 minutes. Doesn't mean that the next speakers get an extra minute, just so you know. If you are parked in front of the People's Kitchen, even if you have a Republican bumper sticker, you will be towed. And so I have to remind everyone of that. If you are parked in front of the People's Kitchen, we obviously want to be good neighbors. We want everyone to know because we don't want anyone to be towed this evening. We, next up, are going to hear from our third candidate, Ms. Lindstrom. And I ask you to welcome her husband, Ray Murphy, here to introduce her. And I will let you know that the 9-minute limit applies to married couples as well as individuals. So let's hear from Ray Murphy to introduce Beth Lindstrom.
Hello, my name is Ray Murphy, and I'm delighted to be here with my 3 sons to introduce you to their mother and my wife, Beth Lindstrom. Beth has had many roles in her career, but to us, the starring role has been and will always be as wife and mother. She's an extraordinary manager, and believe me when I tell you that it takes all of her managerial skills to keep us in line. She organizes us, she schedules us, she counsels us, she consoles us, and she makes sure that our clothes always match. It's a lot of thankless work, but to us, that's what love looks like. Beth has had an accomplished career in public service. But what you see in public is just a glimpse of what we see in private every day. When one of our kids' schools has a project that needs launching, when someone has an elder parent that they need advice on caring for, when a friend's teenager needs some career counseling, or when someone just needs a caring shoulder or a listening ear, Beth gets those calls and she answers them all with compassion and caring and kindness. And to her friends, that's what genuine friendship looks like. What makes Beth stand out is her commitment. She listens, she plans, then she takes action. Beth is not just talk, she is action. And that is what integrity looks like. As delegates, you have an important decision to make. Elizabeth Warren does not reflect our values, and I think one thing we all agree on, it is time for her to go. So when you consider your choice as to who should become the next United States Senator from Massachusetts, I ask you to keep one thing in mind. The quality of who you select matters above all else. An endearing depth of character, a relentless work ethic, a broad range of experience, and integrity. There is one candidate in this field that has all of those attributes. There is only one candidate in this field that can beat Elizabeth Warren in November. There is only one candidate in this field that is deserving of your endorsement to be the next United States Senator from the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, and I'm proud to introduce you to her now, Beth Lindstrom.
I would not be here today without the tremendous support I have received from my family and many of you who have helped me along the way. Thank you, Dave and Betty, for your kind words, and thank you to my boys and my husband for their love and encouragement. In some ways, I feel like I'm returning to my roots. My grandparents came from Sweden and settled in a triple-decker here in Worcester on Steel Street. My dad grew up in the city on Peacedale Avenue, and my mom grew up right down the road in Sutton on beautiful Lake Manchot, where I spent every summer. So in a lot of ways, Worcester County feels like my home. I am excited and energized by the many familiar faces and old friends I see here today. I have worked side by side with many of you in campaigns from years past, helping to elect Republicans in Massachusetts. And in nearly every case where we were successful, where we were warned the odds were against us, but we proved the naysayers wrong. Now, another opportunity is upon us, and it is only with your help and support that I intend to win the office of United States Senator from Massachusetts. I'm not a professional politician. This is my first time as a candidate. But I will say the same thing to you that I said to Ray Shammy, chairman of the party, when he first hired me 3 decades ago. Give me a chance. You won't be disappointed. I promise to outwork Elizabeth Warren every day and challenge her at every turn. She is an extremist, unstuck, and out of touch with the people she's supposed to represent. She likes to portray herself as the only politician looking out for their interests. As always with her, the facts tell a different story. The truth is, she's running for president, and she's doing everything she can to put the spotlight on herself and win the support of the far left. And in a contest between Senator Warren and the rest of the Democrat field over who's more liberal, Massachusetts always loses. Elizabeth Warren supports a large and expansive federal government that tells us what we can and cannot do. Government, in her view, is the cop on the beat that blows the whistle on its own citizens. But during this campaign, who is going to keep an eye on Senator Warren? Who is going to blow the whistle on her? I will. When she puts her political ambitions ahead of the interests of Massachusetts, I will blow the whistle on her. When she attacks an effort to spare our small-town community banks from being suffocated by overregulation, I will blow the whistle on her. And when she turns her back on our hospitals and universities because she views efforts to finance life-saving medical research as a giveaway to corporations, I will blow the whistle on her. And when she speaks out against tax relief for individuals, families, and small businesses, I will definitely blow the whistle on her. When Senator Warren first ran for office, she stated she had done 3 things in her life: teach, write books, and throw rocks. Well, to get legislation passed, you have to solve problems, and you have to be able to work with others. And no one wants to work with a rock thrower, and I am not a rock thrower. I will contrast her empty failures with my own record of success. As a mom and a wife, as the first female director of the Massachusetts Republican Party, as the state secretary of Consumer Affairs, and as an entrepreneur and a small business owner. And in all of those jobs, I've learned a few things. If you invest in relationships instead of demeaning others,